Click record.
Click record.
We are somewhere in Florida for the Blitzball World Series. We get our best game of the tournament so far. Let's talk Blitzball. Welcome to the Blitzball Boys, a podcast about Blitzball and boys, but lately about Blitzball. I'm your co-host, Brendan Ruppel, along with my fellow host, Peter Del Rey.
Hey, Brendan. Best game of the tournament's kind of an understatement, huh? This game had a lot of what the other games are missing. Like, I know we had a walk-off win or two in, it was the first two games, Pinstripe Power versus the Bombers and Como versus Swisher.
Yeah.
We had walk-off wins. But this was kind of like
one of the wins
walk-off.
Was marked down as cheap. Don't forget that.
Cheap. From Brendan Ruppel. Cheap.
Right.
A real comeback. A legitimate comeback.
Yeah.
We can't win this game, but we could send it to extras, and then you'll see if it mattered or not.
Didn't matter. I was going to say, are there points for tying? No, this is not hockey.
Hockey. Stuck my... Never mind.
What the... Oh, my God. Filthy off the bat.
I know.
Wow. Speaking of bats, one quick thing we haven't mentioned yet. I do like the bat microphones. I think that's funny. And
the microphones.
The microphones, yeah.
What are you talking about?
They kind of like tape the little lapel mics to the knobs of the bats, and that's how they do little interviews.
Oh, I never noticed that.
Yeah, that's why they keep. It's not like a bit that they're doing where they put the bat to their
I legitimately thought it was a bit.
Yeah, I think it is like it's small, but it's taped around there. That's
funny. That's really funny, guys. Good job. But Brendan, set this game on fire. Make it start burning.
All right. It's KCBL versus Clickbait. Ooh-ha-ha. Filthy pitcher Trent Severino walks about as many as Luis. As the base on balls are Trent's downfall, he allows the maximum. Joey Aioli is fucking disgusting, and there's nothing else to say about it. Top of the second, and all KCBL needs is one to put this game out of reach. Henry wants justice for his team, and with 3 strikeouts, he gives his boys a chance. Matt Foster in to make sure less than 5 of these imaginary friends can make it home, and he can't finish the job. Some random kid gets frisky with it and ties the game on a grand slam. Swing off decides this one with a strikeout from Henry, and Joey thinks that's a good idea, so he does the same thing. Round 2, and Matt Foster puts up 2, and that will be enough to win the game. KCBL takes a thriller.
Is it Henry or is it Justice?
I don't know if that applies here, but I like where your head's at.
Justice Sheffield.
Yeah. Okay. It is a first name.
You could have done it. It is this podcast's favorite joke, historically.
And the fans, because one person commented on it.
The Gainesville people commented on it. They loved it. Gainesville, Virginia. Have to clear that up.
Virginia,
not Gainesville, Florida.
Yes. No. Not even close.
That's our mistake. There's too many Gainesvilles. I know of at least 3.
Completely different coast.
I know of at least 3. Florida, Georgia, Virginia. Oh. Virginia actually goes right through the Florida-Georgia line.
Wow. But it's on the West Coast.
It's on the West Coast. Brian Vilicki, West Coast boy.
Mm-hmm. So I mentioned this to you off air. I was confused about who hit the grand slam because I don't think that guy was in the starting lineup, and I didn't see a mention of a pinch hit. And I saw the back of his jersey. It said Frisky. I guess that's his name. But sometimes I wasn't sure if they had just a jersey swap or
I believe Clickbait has a lot of nicknames on the back of the jerseys because I think Landon Rollins had something with an O to start it, unless I'm misremembering. But I believe it was Matt Ensley. If I'm wrong,
that's who hit the grand slam.
Yeah, I think so.
For Clickbait, okay.
That's what I had at least. But I could be wrong. Clickbait, please. We know you guys are going to listen to this, so please correct me if I'm wrong, and I could update my statistics.
Okay, ducks. Because we've seen some situations where people have come in to pinch hit, right? Or pinch run.
We've seen a couple. Pinch pitch.
Pinch pitch.
Relievers.
Mm-hmm.
Cooper Carley in this game famously came in as a reliever for KCBL. Quick, Brendan, what does KCBL stand for?
Kansas City Blitzball League. I would have never known. Makes sense.
I was hoping that you would do something else with it. I was really hoping to get
corny
not
butt liquor.
Oh, we're on fire from the start.
That's what these kids want to hear. They want to
That's
hear
some
filthy raunchy.
proper yes-anding, Brendan.
Where the guy gets mad you didn't do it, and then he pulls it out of you.
No, we're
That's-
doing improv right now, Brendan. That's how all good improv starts.
No, better answer, please.
Yeah. Let's try that one more time.
But funny this time.
But how about this time you try being funny? But yeah, we talked about this greatest comeback of all time. Some people are saying that it wasn't really a comeback. Where KCBL kind of dominated the beginning of this game, going up 5-0 to start, largely off walks.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Trent Severino had 6 walks, only recorded 2 outs on the mound before the 5th run came in.
Yeah.
Allowed 2 hits, both singles. Everybody but Joey DiMeo getting an RBI on KCBL. Joey DiMeo, very hyped up for joining KCBL from Como. And, you see why. Joey is good from the pitching side. I think he'll get better with the bat. Did Joey...
Mm-hmm.
Was he in the final of the...
I think he was runner-up
1v1?
in the 1v1, yeah.
Joey's good. Joey's really good.
He rips
a lot of fun to watch.
It happened in this game, too. Not like it wasn't a huge foul ball, but we saw it a ton in the 1v1 where he would absolutely demolish foul balls to left field. Like, just being a hair too early is his big thing because he swings really hard and makes really good contact. So I'm sure he'll just slow that bat down a little bit or swing a little bit later because he does not need any help with the bat speed. That's for sure. Very confident swinger up there.
Sure.
I'm a
He's
nervous
confident swinger.
Nervous swinger.
Well,
I don't know if I should do this.
Ever since you got married.
Yeah.
Oh man, upside down pineapples. Am I right? That's a swinger thing.
I learned that from How I Met Your Mother.
I learned that from How I Met Your Mother.
Tune into the YouTube.
We're doing. I'm going to mimic you for the rest of the episode. That
sounds like a great podcast.
But yeah, it's kind of an uneventful first half of the first inning.
Yeah, it's just like the walks, and then even like the hits were just kind of ground balls. Like one of them is hit to the third base side. It's bobbled a little bit. Another one just knocked to the right side. Maybe it gets through a little bit, but he wasn't getting hit hard. Trent Severino, but he was just. I think he was just getting to full counts a lot of times, and was not able to finish.
It's tough watching these games, saying and like because we don't know a lot of these guys. You and I, because you and I have really are on the Blitzball channel. We haven't seen anything from KCBL. You're in a group chat with all of them, but you've never seen them play.
Right.
We've never seen Clickbait play. We have limited exposure to Joey DiMeo, and I believe Matt Foster was in the 1v1 as well. But most of these other guys we don't really know. Drew Sappingfield seemed to be a pretty big guy, big personality. Don't know about Blake. Don't know about Cooper, Henry, Matt, Landon. They were the two. Landon and Henry were the young guys that were highly touted coming into this.
Yeah.
You see why eventually. But in the first inning, not really much to talk. First half of the inning, not much to talk about. Then, as you talked about, KCBL takes the mound. Joey DiMeo, 3 strikeouts, pretty much 1, 2, 3, right?
Yeah. I just wanted to highlight his sinker, especially. Like everyone's got one in this game. Like that's one of the first pitches you learn. Everyone has one pitch. It's a sinker.
Just one.
And his is just he throws it so hard. I think what a lot of people do if you're a righty throwing the sinker, to get it to almost spend its entire trajectory off the strike zone is they step a little bit to the left and use the momentum that way. And his is just he throws it as hard as he possibly can while staying under the speed limit, and it gets so much fucking movement on it, and he'll just dot that lower left corner over and over and over again, and then just like, you know what? I'm also just gonna bottom pipe you with a riser. He looks like, even if he doesn't throw 80 every single pitch, all the pitches look like they're being thrown very hard. It's like his arm action is intense, so it gives off. It's got like those balls have life. They look like.
Yep, 100%. Joey looked like a demon on the mount.
Yeah. It gives me like Jack's kangaroo energy.
Like what?
Like a really strong jacked kangaroo.
Oh, I thought that you were trying to do Kangaroo Jack, and you just flipped it. I was like, that was not the name of the movie.
I was about to say, like, like Kangaroo Jack, like, but not Jack, like just a regular kangaroo. But
Just
also,
like a regular kangaroo, but is that kangaroo from Kangaroo Jack that's not Kangaroo Jack is jacked?
yes, yeah.
That's
Never on the same
okay.
page.
I'm a picking up what you putting down. Then we go into the second inning, and this is where fireworks start to happen. Brandy.
Yeah, so they have to pause the game, let the fireworks subside, and then continue.
Oh, I hate my dog hates this. Where Clickbait comes back alive, where you see Matt Foster takes the mound, gives up 2 walks, and a hit. Bases are loaded, and they say, you know what? Let's get Cooper in because Matt, he may not have it today. We want to protect this lead. Cooper walks somebody to let a run in, and then Matt Ensley, which we believe he's the one. Again, anybody from Clickbait, if you're listening to this, please correct me if I'm wrong. Hits a grand slam to send us into extras or a swing off. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah. We haven't seen a lot of home runs in this tournament, and this is an extremely timely one. I think the last one we saw put the other team out of reach, but it wasn't that in a huge moment. This one was to save not your season necessarily, but close. I mean, at least you put up a fight here. You get the one run in with the walk, and you just hit a nice fucking crank job.
Yeah,
tie ball game.
Crank. I mean, famously, Brendan, after the last episode, I believe it was, where we saw our first home run of the tournament. Was it last episode? Yeah, last episode where we saw our first home run of the tournament. You thought that this was going to open the floodgates. I was like, I don't think we're going to see that many more. See one here in such a crucial moment too. Like going into the bottom of the second, I was like, this game is over. There's no way that Clickbait's going to come back. And it got to the point, Brendy, because we have Henry Justice, who is pitching against KCBL in the bottom, gets 3 strikeouts, only 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch.
Yeah.
Like 1 batter off a hit by pitch. He looked ridiculous.
He did. Yeah, that's one of the live arms you were talking about earlier. Like they mentioned him, like, yeah, maybe Trent should have let one of the kids pitch because I think they're supposed to be really good, and they come in, and that kid in particular, Henry Justice, was really nasty. Like had an interesting windup where he like kind of coiled up like the new Aroldis Chapman windup.
Yeah.
And just lets it loose. I wonder if it's a little bit of that deception that helps him out, but he definitely has a live arm for sure. Has got a lot of crazy pitches, good breakers that guy has. But yeah, I agree with you. I did feel like it was completely out of reach based on the first inning that we saw offensively from Clickbait. Like, well, these guys aren't going to hit today, are they?
Right. Well, not only that, like it got to the point after KCBL didn't score in their second inning. Like we go to the swing off. Henry's pitching against Drew, and Drew strikes out. I fully had written at the bottom, Clickbait wins 5-5 with Trent walks off against Joey DiMeo. And then that's not what happened.
Nope.
Because I believe Trent also struck out.
Yeah, I believe so.
So then we go to a second round of these at-bat offs. And it's very, very exciting, at least for me, to see this because I have no clue who's going to win. Well, you'll see like in previous games, it's kind of in Swisher versus Como, I kind of always felt like Swisher was going to come back. In Pinstripe versus Bombers, I kind of always felt like Pinstripe was going to come back.
Right.
In this one, I had no idea what was going to happen.
It felt like a blank slate for these teams going into this.
Right, because you see KCBL, I was kind of questioning what was going to happen there because KCBL, okay, well, yeah, they got the 5 runs in the first, but it was largely off of walks. Clickbait had that home run, but that was really only one of them, and they had only one other hit.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen? Who's going to win? Matt Foster gets a double off of Trent Severino to put KCBL effectively up by 2 because that's 2 bases.
Real quick,
and
before
then,
you keep going, is a double anything off the fence, even if it's not on the fly?
Yeah, it seemed like
if it trickles there, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, as long as it touches.
Right.
Landon Rollins is hitting against Cooper Carley, the relief pitcher, and he gets that strikeout. KCBL wins 5-5 with the walk-off resulting in a double versus nothing. Yeah.
So we see this a lot in when we watch warehouse games and we see the swing off. one run is definitely doable. If they just get a single, it's absolutely like, all right, we can do that too. We can put a ball on the ground,
Right.
I guess it's a little bit different in here, where I was going to say that 2 makes you feel like I think it's going to be tough we have to kind of have to hit a home run in order to win this right now. But like matching 2 is very difficult in the warehouse. This might be a little bit easier now that I got flagged up that the ground ball to the wall could potentially tie it. So I know that the 2 that we did see, the double, I think was hit a little bit harder than just like a dribbler that kind of made it over there. But it's definitely possible to like hit a hard ground ball. And I don't think there's it's 1-on-1, right? There's no fielders in the swing off, so you really just need to. I didn't think I saw any fielders. I want to say it was just a 1v1, so you could easily put a ball and play pretty hard and just poke it against the wall.
Not to mention, the fact that there is a field. The only other experience that we have in a swing off like this, or in a 1-inning league, or a 1v1 league rather, was in the 1v1 tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And there, if a double goes to the wall, right? If I recall correctly, they played on turf.
Right, that was the difference. It at least at some point it hit turf or grass, like something that could slow it down.
Right. In this one, the grass, balls famously move faster on turf than on grass.
Mm-hmm.
At least for soccer. So the ball going into the grass, still being able to reach the fence, awesome for KCBL. Really puts the pressure on Clickbait, because like a pop-up that drops or a ball that's even a ground ball that gets slowed down too much, can't reach the fence, does not win the game for you.
Yep.
Really good job from Matt Foster battling to get that hit off to give them the win.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a very exciting game. Honestly, it was. And KCBL has great jerseys. You know who else has great jerseys? Clickbait.
I like KCBL's better just because they're really really colorful.
You like the half and half?
I like the half and half. That's cool.
Yeah,
it's good look.
I like KCBL's better too.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Very colorful, very cool.
Just like me.
But no.
Very cool?
No.
All right.
Player of the game.
Player of the game.
There's one person who gets player of the game.
There's one man.
Typically. Only one person gets player of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And that remains true today, as I will be giving player of the game to Matt Foster from KCBL.
Oh, you got me there.
He gets the double in the swing off, which we talked about. I mean, that it won the game. It straight up won the game.
Yeah.
He also had 2 RBI from the regular part of the game, 2 walks, a single. He struck out twice, but like that was enough. Yeah, his troubles on the mound may have led to the swing off, but he rectified it with getting that double and getting the win for the Kansas City Blitzball League.
That's right. Yeah, he had a revenge at bat and said, I might have fucked up a little bit, but I'll save the game.
Only a little.
And yeah, I think the wealth was spread evenly throughout KCBL's lineup for you to give it to the guy that won the game. That makes sense. I'm with you there.
KCBL.
Yeah. If Joey DiMeo had maybe had a little bit more of an offensive splurge, if you will, then I would have given it to him because of his immaculate inning or near.
Yep. I'd say so too. I think, he had the 4 strikeouts, which is kind of nutty. I wonder why he didn't bat in the at-bat off.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
Because at first I was like, maybe it's because you can only do 1
to the team.
But then you have
respect yet.
Trent did batting and pitching, so
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's just like they have their guys that are reserved for these certain situations, and Joey's got to work his way up as the new dude.
Yeah. But thank goodness for Matt Foster winning the game for KCBL. Good job, boy.
There's been a spider next to me that's been kind of like,
there
it is. Okay.
Eat it.
I was going to say I couldn't find it, and I didn't like that I couldn't find it anymore. I've been keeping an eye on it.
Oh,
God. I don't like this thing. I'm going to just be brave for a second. It's looking at me. I really don't like this thing. It's not that big, but it's big enough for me to. I have chills. I have the grease kind of chills. They're multiplying.
You got chills. They're multiplying.
You stay right there until after I give
All
them
right.
the word.
So then let's get this Play of the game.
Play the game. I don't have anything to curl with right now.
Just keep an eye. Just keep an eye on it.
It's moving too much.
All right, piss on it.
My all right, YouTube. Check the YouTube. My play of the game goes to Matt Ensley's. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Matt Ensley's game-tying home run.
Do you have shoes on?
No, I don't.
Do you have like flip-flops nearby?
No, I still see it. But anyway, it was a great home run. This is going to be a very memorable episode.
Yeah, we're going to clip this, put it on the Twitter.
See me die. Or see me get power. Maybe we'll get powers in the middle of this episode.
Oh. Sorry, Brett.
Go Web, go.
Go Web, go.
It was really great to see. We don't see a lot of home runs in this tournament as of yet. It was a nice one. It wasn't just like a long pop-up. It was like a real good crank job, I think I called it before, unfortunately. Yeah. It tied the game. We thought the whole offense was dead. And this guy says, no, Blitzball boys. I'll show you what the fuck's up. It's crawling back up now. I don't know what it's doing.
Just trying to get up.
I guess so. I don't like them. I don't know if are you a spider guy?
No, hate spiders.
Okay, so you have some sympathy for me.
Yeah. I would say the only thing that kept this from being an absolute perfect game is Clickbait not winning in the swing off. Or I'm sorry, perfect play would be this Clickbait winning in the swing off, because this was such an amazing way to be like, we're fucking back. Baby.
Oh yeah.
Resiliency on display.
You love resiliency? No, it's absolutely true. Like we a lot of times will see this be a momentum shift. It was a momentum shift at the time. It didn't end up working out because I guess really anything can happen in the swing off, which is I guess why it is the way it is. Like it is a well designed mechanism to decide a tie game. But it really would have been like a very deflating home run for KCBL if it stuck. Yeah.
But sorry, Clickbait. Should have done better.
Should have. We gotta taunt more teams.
We have to taunt more of them. Yeah, we're gonna punk them out. They don't know where we live.
Yeah.
And they never will.
They never will. Except I messaged my address to some of the guys in the group chat.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm also pretty sure that we both said multiple times that we live relatively close to each other and the states we live in.
That's true. You can find us in our penthouse in Manhattan.
Manhattan.
Yeah. We live in an influencer high-rise.
Yeah, we live in an influencer high-rise, guys.
Yeah.
Brendan, what should people be drinking?
Drink Subtle Tea is a drink made by me. You can find it on thesubtletea.com. Use code HOBBYBOYS for $2 off your order of a 12-pack. You can find the Hobby Boys wherever you get your podcasts. It's a podcast about beer and comedy. We make joke. We make funny joke.
Make one joke an episode.
One joke an episode. Tell us, let us know if you like
it.
It's usually
a good one.
It's
a good one.
It's a good one. Well, I'm just joking.
No, I'm just joking. Just joking.
And you can also listen to The Lonely Boys, podcast about Gossip Girl. We're in the final season. Very exciting.
Very exciting. Very dangerous.
And please, if you're listening to this on YouTube or if you're listening to it on the podcast apps, just pop over to YouTube, go search Blitzball Boys, click subscribe, please. We love hearing from you all and interact with us. It's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun.
I will plug my brother, Matthew Del Rey. He's a good boy. Love him very much. 8th most attractive man on Nick's Twitter. If you see him in real life, give him a hug and a kiss. God knows he needs it. Play Sea of Stars. Join us again as we recap Como versus Morada.
Morada.
In the next
first
episode.
repeat game.
First time we're seeing a team twice.
Thanks for translating that stupidity.
Brendan, ask me the question.
You got anything else you want to talk about?
Nope. Bye.
Fucking kill this spider now. Bye.